Hey guys, Luna here, and we're with The Journey Episode 2, Words of Wisdom, where, if you remember a while back, we actually did a whole bunch of the random studio games, and they just released this one just the other day. So let's just get into it, shall we? Let's see what we learn about ourselves. And welcome to the second step on your journey forward. What does this mean exactly? Well, that's entirely up to you to decide. You see, we all have some sort of purpose in life. We sometimes don't understand our purpose, but it doesn't mean we don't have one. I think it's very easy to question our purpose at times. It's very easy to feel lost or alone in the pursuit of a better life. I believe one problem that we all struggle with is that we overthink things to such a degree we fail to move forward on a daily basis. Yeah, it's true. We focus so much on what can go wrong that we completely neglect all the things that could potentially go right. Sometimes we know exactly what our purpose is, but we just get too damn scared to act on it. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be afraid. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to freeze in place like you've done so many times before. I know you've done it. I know you probably still do it. We all do it from time to time. Anxiousness, fear of failure, fear of regret, fear in general. These are all natural human responses to the unknown. I assure you, you are not alone in your darkness. And just as I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be afraid, I'm also here to tell you why you needn't and why you mustn't be afraid. I'm here to offer you a different perspective to your own journey that perhaps you haven't been able to identify on your own. I can't tell you specifically just what your purpose is, only you can know that. But I do know how to figure it out. You see, I've struggled for a long while myself, just as you have. And sometimes when one of us succeeds and makes it through the trenches, it's important that we hop back into them and to extend a helping hand to those still struggling in the mire. You see, life waits for no one. Life will move on, with or without us. Life doesn't pull punches or hold back. Life can be cruel. Life can be hard. Life can be full of mistakes, regrets, and pitfalls just waiting to send you spiraling towards rock bottom. But here's the thing about rock bottom. You can either hit that shit and go splat, or you can hit that shit and bounce right the fuck up. It's not rock bottom that kills us. It's staying there too long once we hit it. Rock bottom is beautiful, strong, sturdy foundation in which to build our empires. We all have to go a little mad sometimes before we can find our sanity. We'll have to drop down in order to rise back up. As I said, life can be a number of negative, miserable things. But life can be wondrous. Life can be kind. Life can be balanced. Life can be happy. The difference between a good life and a bad life comes down to one thing. It comes down to your perspective. And let me tell you, perspective is reality. Everything is what we perceive it to be, what we pretend to be, and life is whatever we decide to make it. Allow me to guide you to a place you might never been able to reach. Let me learn a little bit about you, so that I may offer some words of wisdom that will resonate with your soul. We can all use a little nudge in the right direction sometimes, especially when we're lost. The important part is to recognize that even when we're lost, we must keep moving. It generally doesn't matter what direction we're going in, as long as we're going in some direction. Sometimes we're going to meet people who will sway us from our destination. Sometimes we will meet people who will walk with us for a certain distance before dropping off the face of the earth as quickly as they came. Everyone we meet on our journey through life has their importance. Everything that happens to us, everything happens for a reason. Most of the time, we aren't privy to that reason until the time for that reason to reveal itself. But nonetheless, every interaction we have brings us closer and closer to our own personal truths. So with that being said, let us continue. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and in response to your answers to the questions, I'm going to provide you with words of wisdom that might help you with your path forward. These words may be familiar to you, and some that you've heard before, or they just might be something you've never heard before but needed to hear for a very long time. If any of the words provided for you to resonate with you, feel free to keep onward with your journey. If these words are meaningless to you, then please feel free to discard them. Try and keep an open mind, for sometimes we're given a blessing in life we're not prepared to receive it. But that blessing will become relevant when the time reveals itself, I assure you. Now, I think I've rambled on for far too long as it is, so why don't we get into the meat and potatoes of this whole dealio, shall we? Some of these questions may be familiar to you, and some will be entirely different compared to anything you've been asked before. The most important part is it to answer them honestly as you can, and truly take time to ponder each question to make sure you're answering them properly. There is no going back to the previous question. I'd like to invite you to turn off the lights for a more peaceful experience. Nothing's going to jump out at you. Or is it? No. No, it isn't. You're fine. You may also grab a glass of water to sip on through the remainder of our session if you so choose, which I do have, since I know these usually take an hour is often way too long to go without getting some water while speaking. Before you start, I recommend closing your eyes and taking 5 deep breaths, inhaling until your lungs are full of oxygen, and exhaling until your lungs are empty. Rinse and repeat the simple process before continuing on to the question portion. Okay, let's do this all now, shall we? Let's continue, shall we? In control of your breathing, flush out anything of your mind that could be potentially distracting, and just try to be in the moment. We'll start with very simple and work our way through harder questions as we go. If you don't understand a question or you don't feel like it applies to you, just create your own scenario in your head where the question would make sense. Your brain will subconsciously make it relevant to you. I'll give you a couple words to choose from, and I want you to choose the word that resonates best with you, whether you just like the word better than the other, or perhaps it describes you more suitably. Now, let's begin. Strong or weak? Strong. Vindicated or forgiven? I'm going to look up what vindicated means, just so that I know, because I know forgiven means, but I don't know what vindicated means off the top of my head. Someone of blame or suspicion, so to show or prove to be right, reasonable, or justified. Vindicated. Freedom or imprisoned? Freedom. Success or failure? Satisfaction or disappointment? Disappointment. Spontaneous or planned? Spontaneous. Impulsive or compulsive? I've been told I'm very impulsive. Boisterous? Okay, humble. I know what humble means. What does good to have the proper definitions if you're because humble is like not accepting. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is my own thing that I've kind of accepted over the years, where it's like humble is being like not fully accepting credits. It's like, yeah, no, it's like boisterous. Of course, my phone is being dumb. Of a person, event, or behavior that is noisy, energetic, and cheerful, rowdy. Of wind, weather, or water would. So yeah, it's definitely boisterous. Lover or fighter? Fighter. Hostile or friendly? Friendly. Or fight? I would say I'm thinking fight. Just instinctively, I'm drawn to fight. Real or fake? Fake. Confidence or insecurity? Rain or shine? Shine. Walk or run? Walk. Stop and smell the roses. Miracle or luck? I'm drawn to luck. Truth or dare? Truth. Trusting or suspicious? As much as I hate to, I tend to be trusting, but over the years I've grown more suspicious, so love or hate? Love makes the world go round. Peace. Hot or cold? Hot. Visual or audible? Or a follower? The leader. Proud or humble? I'm proud of what I've done. Anxious, depressed. Out of everything. Beauty or brains? 10 out of 10. Brains are more important than looks. I mean, because of what I choose. Fun. Dark or dark. Alright, now that simplistic variation of the questions are out of the way, we'll move on to something with a little more substance. Really try and think hard on these ones. They hold weight and value, as silly as some of them may seem. They may offer insights into your psyche, which helps determine how your brain processes things when... So, that's definitely good. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Would you rather go on a group date or a one-on-one date? So it's... Would you rather own a magic wand or a magic carpet? Magic wand, you can do so much more with a wand. Would it rather be book smart or street smart? Street smart. I like, even though I am book smart, more so book smart than street smart, I'd rather be street smart. Because I'm thinking like jobs and stuff. Would you rather live in a rural location or an urban? I love the beauty of the rural. I love the closeness of the urban. Just, my brain is thinking like, if absolutely everything out of necessity, I and I don't have to worry about like internet or like whatever. I just locate, like, if location wise and I have access to everything. I think rural, just because I would get sick of the noise and potential stealing and beasts and stuff. Would you rather listen to ghost stories or urban legends? Ooh. Urban legends. Those are always cool. Would you rather live a life full of lust or love? Would you rather see a therapist or a fortune teller? Fortune teller, so yeah, a therapist would be more useful. Sign language or Morse code? Ooh. There's so many movies. My mom, when I who was watching Stranger Things, saying Morse code seems to be in so many movies and stuff. Like, sign language is so much more practical to day-to-day basis. So, would you rather sleep on a soft mattress or soft? As we comfort food or gourmet cuisine? Comfort food, always comfort food. Would you rather pray or meditate? Meditate, I guess. Rather dedicate the next 6 months to a fitness goal or the next 6 months to career goals? If I'm looking realistically, I'm actually career stuff. So would you rather wake up every day at noon or midnight? Would you rather listen to someone slurping their food or smacking their food? Slurping, I guess. Would you rather take control of the situation or go with the flow? I usually just go with, like, as much as I want to go take control, I usually go with the flow. Would you rather travel by car or by plane? Is less likely to cause an accident. Would you rather be all of the time, or I'm assuming 100% always tell white lies? 100% honesty, because you can avoid talking about something, because that's not really, unless lying by omission counts by a lie, but like, unless people think lying by omission is a white lie, which I don't think it is, because there's always a thing where, like, you try and avoid the situation. So, would you rather open a fortune cookie or read your horoscope? Would you consider yourself to be more organized or messy? Organized. Would you rather take the elevator or the stairs? I mean, more often than not, I tend to take the elevator unless it's like one flight. Would you rather go to a concert or stay home and listen to me? As much as concerts sound interesting, I don't like concerts. Would you rather have the responsibilities of a child or an adult? Would you rather be a snake charmer or a light? Snake charmer, yes. Predictable or whimsical? Once you really get to know me, I think I'm pretty predictable. Would you rather go to a gym or have a home gym? Home gym. Would you rather work hard and be a self-made millionaire or hit millions of dollars? Self-made, that's more nice. Would you rather run or walk? Would you rather drink tea or coffee? I remember a long time ago, a friend of mine gave me like a mocha frappuccino or something. It didn't even taste like coffee. It tasted like sugar. Most delicious thing I've tasted in a while. Would you rather have a craft room? Oh, that's not fair. I have both. It's a craft room since I do more. Would Would you rather lay in the grass or lay in the sand? Sand gets everywhere and I hate it. Would you rather live on a rooftop or live underground? Rooftop, I'm claustrophobic. Would you rather have to defend yourself against a great white shark or a killer whale? A whale? Because I don't think they attack humans. Would you rather be stuck in a snowstorm? I've been stuck in a snowstorm before. If you had millions of dollars to do whatever you wanted with, would you rather save it or go on a spending spree? Knowing me, I would probably go on a spending spree. Would you rather waste your time or money? Waste my time. Would you rather remodel a house? Or a car? Model a house. Would you rather live a humble, modest life with a clear consciousness, or have everything you ever wanted, except plagued by a guilty conscience? I already have a guilty conscience about so many things. Would you rather conduct a science experiment? There's so many more interesting social experiments out there, just like psychological and stuff. Have someone constantly motivate you or constantly motivate someone else. Someone motivate me. I need it. History is science. There's so much interesting things about science. Would you rather read fictional or non-fiction? So, fiction is fiction means, I think fiction is the false one. I always forget if it's fiction is false and then the... Fiction is fake and non-fiction is not fake. Sometimes I forget that. Would you rather keep a written diary or a video diary? As much as I would love to do a video diary, I don't have the space for it, but I am keeping a written one. Would you rather be single or in a relationship? I mean, relationship is nice. You have someone always willing to listen, or just be by your side. Flea market or antique shop? Antique shop's usually pretty limited, but flea market there's a lot more variety. Would you rather fight to the death against an attacker or run for your life in hopes of escaping? And in hopes of escaping. Would you consider yourself more of a people person, animal person? I'd rather run a small business or a small business. Would you say that you tend to think more literally or figuratively? I guess more figuratively, I guess. So, would you rather go to a party or catch up with a few extra hours of sleep? Sleep all the way. Would you rather live in the rest of your life in paradise or die now and go to your own personal version of heaven? I guess live in paradise since I have a weird version of heaven. Thank you for your answers. I find them all to be very intriguing. We're going to end with some simple answers to some potentially not so simple questions. Some of these may be easy for you to provide an answer for, whereas some of these might require a bit extra thought. Be advised that it's always better to take your time and be thoughtful with your answers than it is to make a mistake and answer inappropriately. However, even if you do provide an incorrect answer, there's room for error. There's a reason why you aren't allowed to go back and remember that. Now, let us continue. Would you say that you typically give people second chance? Yes, I do. Do you ever take special days to Yes, I do. Always spoil myself. Would you prefer to live in multiple places for the course of your lifetime? No, I like one spot. Strong relationship. Not as strong as I wish, to be fair. You certainly have an extreme amount of... Yes. hate certain sounds, like nails on chalkboard. If you could do anything you wanted with no repercussions, would you most likely do something that others would frown upon? Yes, most definitely. Do you ever get so lost in your thoughts that you could lose track of time? You like to order the same things repeatedly when you go to... Yes, I do. Do you sometimes have difficulty admitting your mistake? Do you ever blame others for things that might not be their fault entirely? Yes. Do you ever take the blame for things that aren't your fault? Yes, sometimes. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? Yes. I mean, usually, like, there's a difference when, like, I don't want attention, but when I do want attention, I definitely like being the center. If you could live a life of fame and fortune, would you? Probably. Travel back in time to witness a historical event of your choosing, would you? It'd be interesting. Would you say that you enjoy being alone more often than not? You have a certain color of clothing that dominates your wardrobe. Definitely. Start your own business based off your favorite hobby, would you? Music ever make you feel happy? Yes, it does. Do you believe that your personality traits could match with that of your zodiac sign? I have no idea. I'm actually gonna... Well... I'm gonna look this up, so... Let's see here. So let's see what is my personality of mine. Ambitious, hardworking, and enterprising is with one of the signs. Extremely driven, enthusiastic about life, capable of setting lofty but attainable objectives. They are often lost in the world of actual or perceived barriers to achievements. Yeah, I think that fits me. Do you sometimes have difficulty letting go of things that upset or bother you? Yes. Are you actively pursuing your dreams in life? Yes, very much so. You always celebrate your birthday. As of the last several years, yes. Do you believe in love at first sight? No, I don't. There's things that's crushes, but I really don't believe it's love. Do you think that you usually have a good first impression when meeting someone? Yeah, usually. I mean, obviously I'm not perfect, but... Do you have someone you can talk to in order to receive good advice? Yes, definitely. Do you often give advice to others in order to help their problems? Yes, but sometimes I wish not. Do you typically like to personal problems? Do you ever feel older than you actually are? Most definitely. Do you have a favorite moment in life that stands out above the rest? Yes. Do you have a habit of procrastinating? Would you like to say that you have a thirst for knowledge and learning? Yeah, I love learning new things. Do you believe you're capable of being a good liar? Yes. Do you typically shy away from big parties or large social gatherings? Yes. Do you have a moment in your life that you're most proud of? Most proud of? Yeah, I guess so. Do you think you might have an interest in writing an autobiography? No, I don't want to write an autobiography. Do you think you typically handle stress in a healthy way? You're working ahead, so... Do you believe that people can change? Yes, but not for very long. Do you say you enjoy surprises? Yes, I mean, I think I do. Do you have a difficult time receiving compliments? If you had... Are you typically complimentary toward us? Yes. Do you have a moment in your life that you regret more than anything? Yes. Would you say that you're a gracious person? Yes. I mean, I think so. You ever sing in the shower? Yes. If you had an extra hour in your day, would you spend it? No, I don't. I would work. Is there anything that no one in the world knows about you? Absolutely no one knows about me. That's... Yeah, probably. Did you say that sometimes you're directionally challenged? No, I mean, I can read a map pretty well. And I know the general directions. Has anyone given you a piece of advice that's stuck with you ever since? Yourself to be empathetic? I used to be, I think, but I don't think I'm as much empathetic as I was. So, I like to think I'm open-minded. Would you consider yourself to be non-judgmental? I mean, I just moment, like if someone does something stupid. You consider yourself to be shallow, yes. Would you consider yourself to be friendly to strangers? Yeah. Do you have a project you're currently working on that's pushing your life forward in some way? Yes, that's this channel. Do you ever stare up at clouds and see what shapes they form? Yeah. Yes. Maybe. As long as it's not too hard to understand. Is there a particular word in your vocabulary that you use way too often? Have you ever written a love letter? Yes, technically yes. Let me see. Technically yes. Do you ever get your ego get in the way of things? Don't think so. I mean, actually no. Yeah, there has been sometimes where I'm egoly stubborn. My stubbornness because I. Would you prefer to live with others rather? No, I'd rather live on my own. Do you sometimes have difficulty? Yes, I hate working with others sometimes. I fantasize becoming famous because I'm worried about what will happen once I do become famous. You sometimes find it difficult to ask about this. It's a particular scent that instantly gives you a headache. Is there one person in your life who knows you better than anyone else? Yes, there's one or two people I would think so. No, I don't. Would you consider yourself to be trustworthy? Yeah, I like to think so. Do you believe that you care for more than others than you do for yourself? I used to, but not anymore. Do you still have anyone from your past that still holds a special place? As much as I probably shouldn't, I do. Do you ever doubt yourself or your intuition? See that you fall in love? No, I don't fall in love easily. I get crushes, but not love. Have you ever formed an unhealthy attachment to someone? Yes. Has anyone formed an unhealthy attachment to you? Not that I'm aware of. Ever have a problem standing up for yourself? Yes. Is there a particular word or phrase that makes you instantly uncomfortable? Yes, I'm not going to say it. Is it moist? No. Is there a particular dish you would... If it's just the word moist, but if it's in context with other things, yes. So, is there a particular dish you would eat every day if you could? Yes. Is there a particular song that always makes you feel better when you're feeling down? Yeah. Have you ever had a hard time getting to sleep? Yes. Do you have a hard time staying asleep? No. Have you ever let the opinions of others interfere with your decision making? Do you sometimes struggle to say what you're thinking? Yes. Is your first ever best friend still in your life today? No. I mean, yeah, they're like two first friends I ever had. I don't really talk to anymore, so... Do you ever dance crazily when no one's around? No. Yeah, I like spending time outdoors. Is there anything you've done in your life that you definitely would never do? Yes. Do you tend to forgive people easily? Yeah, probably more easily than I should. Do you sometimes have a difficulty being kind to yourself? Yes. Do you feel like you deserve happiness? Yeah, I think I do. I think everyone does. Are you currently holding on to something in your life that you know you should probably let go? Yes, definitely. Have you ever had your worst fears come true? Yeah. Have you ever had something incredible happen to you? Oh. Actually, no, yes. Okay. Do you feel like you say yes to people more often than you should? Do you ever have a difficulty time telling people no when they ask you for something? Yes, or at least following through. Have you ever spent an entire day doing absolutely nothing? I mean, no, because I'm always doing something even when I'm doing nothing. Do you possess any useless talents? I don't think any of my talents are useless, or I have a talent that might be potentially useless, so... There's things that I would like to do, but if I don't end up doing, I'm not going to be disappointed. So, not really. Believe you have a purpose in life? Yes. Is there anything that you have a difficult time admitting to yourself? Yeah. Do you generally follow your heart? Yes. Would you say you're the closest to being the best possible? No, I'm definitely not the best version of myself. Is there a particular day in your life that you could relive if you could? Yes. And if I could change things, I definitely would. Do you ever take a long walks by yourself? Not as much as I not as much as I should. I want to more often, but don't really have the time or the energy. Would you get nervous if you had to make a public speech? Yeah. Would you give the old you any advice? I would give more so, definitely. If you could ask your future self any question in particular, would you ask anything at all? Yes, I would have many questions. Do you have an unwritten rule that you follow at all times? Yeah, I try. I have a few handful of rules. Do you have a special way that you like to reward yourself for accomplishments? Me? You flirt with others often? In D&D, I sometimes do, so... You? Yeah, there's people that... You take time to enjoy the little things in life, yes. Would you say that you have a character weakness that's detrimental to your well-being? Yes, my laziness and not wanting to, get exercise. Believe that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, in the end. Good, because it will be. Have you been too afraid to take a chance regretting the decision? No, I usually regret making the decision to do so. I believe I have enough information about you after talking with you for a while. I really enjoyed spending this time with you, and I feel like really enjoyed listening to your answers. Now, in response to your answers, I'm going to provide to you with some words of wisdom that may help you on your journey forward. Okay. So, it is important to note that if you feel like any of these words fail to resonate with you, you can discard what is useless and only take what applies to you. Feel like none of these words are useful. Always re-answer the questions in hopes of a different result. However, I'm pretty confident that I got a good sense of what you need to hear at this point in your journey. I dug fairly deep into your psyche, and I'd like to offer you some perspectives that could potentially change your outlook on them. Perhaps these will help you take the next step forward, or maybe they will even give you a running start into your next endeavor. This is meant to be a new experience, a new step into your journey. This is meant to be something that to help you grow and gain new perspectives, and hopefully help you lead into what you truly desire in life. Now, without further ado, I'd like to offer you these words now in an effort to guide you down your path or tackle whatever issue you're currently struggling with, or maybe struggle with in the future. Passage 1. When someone doubts, judges you negatively, tells you that you can't or won't make it, and that you should give up on your dreams, you need to remember something very important. They're telling you their story, not yours. Just because they couldn't make it or they would have failed does not mean that you will. Passage 2. Be appreciative of the things you have in life. Sometimes someone out there is happier than you with you or with less than what you have. The universe loves a stubborn soul who keeps on trying and shows gratitude. The universe dislikes spoiled brats who complain and feel entitled to more. Have you ever met someone who constantly complains about their life nonstop? Well, the universe doesn't help those who don't help themselves. Don't be one of those, and you'll see your life change into exactly what you wish it to be. Passage 3. It doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you just keep going. Remember, even if you're walking, you're still lapping everyone sitting on the couch. Passage 4. Don't be disappointed when you don't get what you want. The universe has a funny way of giving us what we need and saving us from the things we want. Passage 5. The journey of 10,000 miles begins with only a single step. You don't have to be great at what you do in order to start, but you do have to start in order to be great at what you do. Passage 6. In a year from now, you're going to wish that you had started today. Drop what you're doing, stop wasting time, and make the future you proud. Passage 7. It doesn't matter what people think of you. What they think of you isn't their business anyways. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but you'll surely be someone's shot of whiskey. So get out there, be yourself, march on to the beat of your own drum, and then the right crowd will follow. Passage 8. Don't focus on the things you can't do. Focus on the things you can do. Play to your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on what you can control. Passage 9. Too many people are too busy with living their fears to ever live their dreams. Just because everyone else is doing it does not make it the right option for you. Be something better, do something more, and show everyone that's possible. Passage 10. If you never try, the result is always failure. If you never ask, the answer is always no. If you don't take the chance, you'll miss every great opportunity that comes in your way in life. And let me tell you something now. An opportunity comes knocking on your door and you don't answer. It's going to knock on your neighbor's door instead, and you're going to be stuck watching someone else live the life you're too afraid to live yourself. Passage 11. Final words. If you want something to happen, then stop talking about it and start doing it. Someone else is living the life you always dreamed of, and it's because they're actively pursuing, while you're just thinking about what it would be like if you pursued it. Thoughts don't take us where we want to go. With all of our experiences, I'd like to give you your secret word. Your secret word for this session is pursuit. Write that down. If there's anything I can leave you with, let it be this. You are worth more than you think you are. You are worthy of love, adoration, attention, and success. You deserve to be happy, and if you aren't already, then one day you're going to be, provided that you do not give up your pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. This I assure you. Out of everything that's been said during this session, we hope that you've taken something positive away from our experience. At the end of the day, we're just random people Yeah, random people saying random things. Random dumb things. Much like your brain, we talk. But you don't have to listen if you so choose. Take what applies to you and benefits you and discard the rest. Always remember that no matter how lost we might feel, no one knows you better than you know yourself. Trust in your own instincts, follow what your heart tells you. The results have been based on many different variables. Vary with each playthrough dependent on multiple factors. We hope that you enjoyed your experience and have learned something or taken away something positive from this experience. If you'd like to leave a comment with us with your secret word, as with all of our projects, we take those secret words and apply them to our main project, Chasing Demons. You'll also be selecting some of you to be included in our Chasing Demon, which you can find on Steam and add to your wishlist for future announcements information. We'll always read every comment we get, you won't go unnoticed. Finally, we'd like you to guide you to the direction of the testing trilogy, and it's also on my channel, which it should be in the playlist on the end of the screen if you'd like to see the other ones. The Advisor, the Testing Table, as well as the other Journey titles if you enjoyed this one. I didn't do every single game, of course. As it happens, but yeah, check out other people's playthroughs of this. If we feel like that you really enjoyed your experience with the game mentioned, we would absolutely be thrilled. Forward. I definitely enjoyed all of these games. If we gave them a try, it would mean the world to us if you put our hearts and souls. It would mean the world to us as we put our hearts and souls into these projects, and we could always use a little push of support from time to time. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope we got some form of entertainment or enlightenment out of this session. Not professional help. Go get professional help. Yeah, there's many crisis lines all over the world, so yeah, so just remember, go find your local crisis number wherever it might be. So, Random Studio Games, you guys have been making a lot of interesting games, and I've been enjoying them every single time. And I'm so glad I'm supporting game creators like you, since it's always very interesting to see. And I don't even know even if you're paying attention to us or not, so I'd like to think that, as you say, you found me at some point and enjoy being able to make our other games. But okay. I'm kinda curious what is. Oh no, okay. Anyways. Oh yeah, this is just the passage. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Random Studios game, and I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, months of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, forever it might lead you into the future. Bye bye, everybody.